All right, so I've been learning Spanish for a little over 2 years now. The last video I uploaded a few months ago really showed and really talked about, the reason why I learned it. I really didn't talk about the resources that I used, and after uploading that video, I started to get a lot of questions like, well, what exactly did you use and how exactly did you do it? So in this video, I'm just gonna be sharing some of the resources I've used to learn Spanish up to this point. And I just wanna give you guys a heads up. Don't feel like just because I recommend these to you that you have to use these resources in order to learn Spanish if you're learning Spanish. We're all different. I have my personal, style of learning. For example, I don't like to use textbooks. Every time I try to learn with a textbook, it's too boring for me. So first off, I want to start off with some YouTube channels that have really helped me as far as having a base in the language and just learning words and just for listening practice and so on and so forth. The first channel that I'm going to recommend to you guys is called Why Not Spanish. So this channel, it's run by Maria and Cody. When I first started to learn Spanish and I came across this channel, I used their beginner course playlist a lot that they have. Just basically where Maria is actually teaching Cody words and phrases and how to put them together, and that really helped me as well. I also used a lot of their interviews for listening practice. All right, next up, so YouTube channel number 2, we have Dreaming Spanish. Now, I'm sure if you've been learning Spanish for a little bit, you've probably already know this channel and have come across this channel. It has videos for all levels, from super beginner to intermediate, all the way up to advanced, of course. It's really helped me to be able to learn new words, of course, and not only learn new words, but learn new words without having to look them up. Maybe if I'm sitting down eating, or if I'm doing something where I have time to just sit down and watch a video, I would more than likely watch some of Pablo's videos of, just him telling a story or something, and it really, really helped me a lot. So yeah, that is YouTube channel number 2. All right, so YouTube channel number 3, we have Easy Spanish. Now, don't let the name fool you, because being a beginner, you go to Easy Spanish, you're gonna be like, wait, this ain't for beginners, hold up. Okay, let me explain. So Easy Spanish, what they do is basically they go out to the streets and interview people about a range of topics. I really like this style of just immersion. It really gives you an input of what people actually say out on the streets. So you can find topics that you're interested in and learn new vocabulary about those topics. They also have subtitles in English and in Spanish. Like if you don't know what's going on, you can always look at the subtitles. It's just another dope way to learn without actually feeling like you're learning. They actually have a playlist for beginners where they speak really, really slow Spanish and articulate a lot of their words and pronounce literally every sound of the word to be able to help you to understand what they're saying. I would definitely recommend that you guys go check them out. All right, so for YouTube channel number 4, we have Spanish Playground. Now, this channel is another channel that uses Spanish in a easy to understand sort of way. They make a lot of short little sketches. They have different videos pointing out some grammatical structures, but not explaining it to you, but actually incorporating it within the skit itself to, help you to understand how it's structured and everything like that. Yeah, they also have a series that I used to watch a lot called, creo que se llama Buena Gente, si me no equivoco, pero sí. ¿Por qué estoy hablando en español ahora? Este video es en inglés, no es en español. All right, so this is the last YouTube channel I'm gonna recommend to you guys, and it's called Spring Spanish. I typically use them at the start of my Spanish learning journey. I use them to learn phrases, which they use a method that they call learning Spanish with chunks, or chunk-based learning or something like that. So each of their videos, they have maybe one teacher talking about a specific topic. Oftentimes they would actually say a phrase, they'll explain what it is, and it was just a real nice way to learn new words and learn new phrases and actually learn some nuances that go on in the Spanish language. So yeah, yet another channel to recommend to you guys. And that's really gonna be it for Spanish channels right now. To be honest, I have a lot more. I'll more than likely make a part 2 to this video as far as Spanish channels. Moving on now, I'm going to talk about some apps and some websites that I've used. First app that I recommend is HelloTalk. For me, with HelloTalk, I normally use it as a way to brush up on my Spanish if I haven't used it in a while. They actually just came out with an update that allows you to join chat rooms of different language learners that's maybe learning the same language as you. You can meet people on there, people who are teachers or people who are learning the same language that you're learning, or maybe they're learning your language and you're learning their language, and y'all can kind of have a un intercambio. Estaba pensando en español. So this next one is a website, and literally when I first started, I still use this to this day. It's called SpanishDict. Now, when I first started, this was the holy grail. Literally everything I needed, it had. It had grammatical explanations, it had pronunciation, you can look up words, they had grammar exercises, they had conjugation tables. They literally had everything that a beginner would want. Let's say if you like using flashcards, you can actually save the word that you looked up into a flashcard deck to review later, which I typically use all the time. I don't use it as much now, but like I said, I still use this to this day to look up words that I don't know. Well, the last resource that I'm going to share with y'all today is called language transfer. Now, what language transfer is, it's basically like an audio course. You know, whenever you have a student and you have a teacher and the teacher's teaching the other student about the grammar or the structure of the language. That's basically how it is. I came across this application maybe almost a year in at the time. I came across it watching a video made by Akina breaking down some of the apps, the best apps for language learning, I believe it was. He mentioned this app, and to be honest, it has exceeded my expectations. I still use it to this day just to go brush up on some grammatical structures, just to go revisit. It's an application, but it also has a YouTube channel and has different playlists of all of the courses that it has. And I really like this form of learning just grammar or just learning structure, because you may be the type of person that's busy throughout your whole day. You may not actually have time to sit down and study. The lessons are about maybe 10 to 15 minutes long, some shorter, some longer, just depending on what it is the teacher or the host has to explain to the student. It's really, really helped me in learning structure, helping me to understand why things are said the way that they're said. And it's just dope. So yeah, that's about it for today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all found some type of value in it. Yeah, muchas gracias por ver y adios. Peace. Jesus, I knew it. No, lo sabía, la batería. Dios mío, vamos. I was into the groove and everything. All right, corta.